in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
All right, hello everyone, and happy weekend. I hope everybody's doing all right. We're ready to talk some Star Wars, talk a little Mando. Okay, I hope that you guys are into that. Not a lot of news this week as far as the game is concerned. We will discuss the game, of course, as well, so we'll get there. But yeah, for the first 20 minutes or so, I'm going to cut it off at around the 20-minute mark as far as the spoilers are concerned for, anybody that is interested in, kind of hearing our take on it. We'll just kind of have a little bit of an open discussion about the episode that aired last week, episode 1 of season 2. Spoiler warning right now. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about our feelings on the first episode, what happened, what transpired, and what we think may come from it. So I haven't even watched episode 2 myself, so it's going to be only spoilers for episode 1. Give everybody a week to watch it, so we'll discuss that. But first and foremost, the very handsome gentleman that is not on the screen at the moment is still with us verbally. Good old Maurice, how you doing, bud?
What's going on, guys and gal?
Not much. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Also, we're joined by the lovely and talented, very beautiful RangerJ1999.
Try again. I'm not responding to that.
We're joined by the lovely and talented, very beautiful Avinash. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
And then we're also joined by the very muscular, very handsome, rigid, manly man from Texas, the Thunder from Down Under, RangerJ1999.
I'm not. What the hell, man? Just say. What is wrong with you, man? I mean,
I'm trying to give you a sweet
just
intro.
Just say Ranger J from RFG. Everyone knows who that is.
I'm trying to give you the sweet ass intro, my friend. I'm trying
The Thunder from Down Under.
I know. The man who cured cancer. The man who changes the weather with a sneeze.
The man who single-handedly cured cancer, RangerJ1999. Yeah, no, listen. I mean, that's a good intro. I wish people gave me that. Listen, I wish when I came on, well, maybe I should come on earlier for you to give me a nice intro on Jedi Academy. So that's my fault. But you know, if I came on Jedi Academy and you were like, "Oh, and now, the number one man in your heart, beautiful, Ramona's up," I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much."
Not only will I never do that, just no.
I mean, ooh, I'm getting tinglies in my pants just thinking about him. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah.
Ramona's up. Here he is.
No.
Ooh. You know, I wish if I got an intro like that, I mean, I'd have a full erection.
To each their own, I guess. I mean,
at the end of every Jedi Academy, when I pimp my stuff, I always pimp your stream. I said, you guys shouldn't miss the Sunday night stream because Ramona always says something super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Delivered in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, proven once again.
Thane says his ranger on Earth, he laying on the floor, stretching his back.
Well, that's because.
I'm sorry.
Well,
normally I would disregard what Thane says about you, but you know, to be honest, that one was actually a little funny.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, I actually have a brace now that I wear because I've had back issues before. In all seriousness, so I have to wear a brace. On doctor's orders, I have to wear a brace now on my ankle and for back support. Especially now that I'm doing all this intense labor again on the hill, where I'm carrying 50 pounds at a time and stuff. So he's not wrong. I've actually been doing a little bit of stretching because. I mean, when you get done, man, and you just feel like you got ran over by a goddamn train. So,
I mean, it sounds like you have been in the trenches, digging the trench physically.
Literally have, yeah,
for a long time. And I don't know when this project ends. I guess it never ends.
This is the last big part of it. It's just the last retaining wall up, and once this is done, then I'm home free.
I mean, I feel bad. I feel like I should drive down and help you dig this trench. You know what I'm saying?
I've got the L cut. I already did that part. I already cut the L out of the hill. So the only thing now is just getting all the materials up. But I have to do it manually. So it's like I moved like 150 bricks today, and about 20 bags of that giant gravel and stuff. So, and I'm just getting everything prepped. I'm gonna do a big load of it tomorrow. So, I just want to get it done. So then I don't think about this shit ever again. So,
right.
Mom, there it is. Your Garden of Eden is done. Have at it, whatever you'd like to do. Right. I'm not doing anything.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm now since I've been working out a little bit, Ranger, I'm kind of a little bit of a physical specimen myself, and I think I can come down there and help you dig that trench out.
You're more than welcome. You're welcome, brother. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be cussing and swearing like I am. I mean, you're like, God damn, this isn't human. I'm like,
we're banging out in 30 minutes, Ranger. Banging out in 30 minutes.
Okay,
just hurling dirt over my shoulder. Just banging it out. I made two shovel it. Okay, one hand. I'm gonna find a way to connect. gonna find a way to
Ralph,
connect the shovel to my hand like Edward Scissorhands, and just double
What in
shovel
the
it.
world have you been smoking tonight?
You
Seriously.
know, right?
Actually, surprisingly nothing. So I mean,
You're just full of piss and vinegar tonight.
I'm in rare form, yeah. But anyway, no, I'm in a good mood. Listen, I'm joined by my friends. We're talking Star Wars shows. We're talking, we're talking like history. I've been with you guys for years now. This is great. I just love doing the show. So I mean, anyway. We were going to discuss Mandalorian. I've already wasted about 10 minutes of the 20 minutes that we have to talk spoilers. just doing this. So anyway, we're going to extend that a little bit. Maybe it'll be 25 minutes, guys. So I apologize. But we're going to talk a little bit about the Mando. So episode 1, did you guys see it? Did you love it? What did you think? All right. Guys, don't all jump at the opportunity to talk about it.
We have to give it a second.
Everybody take their turn.
I mean, it was extraordinary. I hadn't had tingles like that in a while. The two things that stood out to me, spoilers, for the love of God. I don't want it. If you are watching this and say, oh my God, you're doing spoilers. We've been saying spoilers forever. It's in the goddamn title. Lick my ass. All right. The two things, and the first tingling I got was because back in the day I played Star Wars Galaxies. I'd read the books and I knew about Krayt Dragons. My first interaction with them was in the MMORPG Star Wars Galaxies, where you actually went to Tatooine. You had to hunt Krayt Dragons because you needed the pearls for your lightsaber, right? And I'd seen it in game form, and I thought they did a good job of that, especially the ancient ones. But when you saw what they did with this Krayt Dragon, I was like, God damn, that is just spectacular. I mean, they absolutely nailed it. And so it gave me feels for that. The other thing was the whole thing with Boba Fett's armor, and of course, spoiler at the end of this episode, you saw Boba Fett, right? He survived. Now, in the books, he does survive. He's actually rescued by Dengar. He makes his way out. So that gave me a lot of feels. And the other thing that I really liked that it did, we've always thought of the Tuskens as these ruthless, brutish monsters, and they are. But you got to see that side of them, that they're just beings trying to survive this incredibly harsh world. And they've been doing it, as Amanda explained, for thousands of years. Yes, they are what they are, but there is a noble and brave and courageous side to them. I mean, those guys got balls of steel. I mean, it's a Krayt Dragon. They're like calling it out, like, come on, get some. I'm like, God damn. I mean, that's ballsy right there. So I loved all of it. I loved the whole interaction. Now, I've already seen episode 2, but I'm not going to talk about episode 2. But I thought episode 1 did a great job of getting you back in the story. Understanding what Mando's doing, understanding what he's looking for. The fact that he has Boba Fett's armor is ridiculous. The fact that we know that Boba Fett sees him in the background do all this. I'm just curious of what they're going to do with his character this year. So it gave me the feels. I absolutely adored episode 1. It really got me hyped up.
I mean, I'll tell you, I couldn't believe this episode from start to finish. It was fantastic. And I was thinking to myself, there's no way that they're going to be able to keep the momentum going after last season. I was like, this was like lightning in a bottle. It was cool because of Baby Yoda. It was cool because of, the fact that we had some new Star Wars content that wasn't like this, like mainstream Star Wars content. It was like it clearly is made by people who love Star Wars. And I gotta tell you, they continued it. They found a way to keep it going. And I mean, the Krayt Dragon, yes, that was so cool. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow. I didn't expect to see. They're pulling stuff from the books. I mean, it's like everything that you didn't know that you wanted from Star Wars, but now I'm so glad. I know that I need it. I mean, we needed it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know the right saying or like how to make that sound smoother. If I did, I'm a pretty smooth guy. I'm sure I'd figure it out after saying it a couple of times. But what I'm saying is, it's the Star Wars that I didn't know I wanted, but I need. You know, I mean, it's.
Well, it's the attention to detail. I mean, the one little caveat, like the pearl that they find at the end of the Great Dragon, that's attention to detail. They didn't have to show it, they didn't have to do it, but they did just say to the fans, "Hey, we're in it. We are deep diving in, and we are with you guys." And because as soon as I saw them, like, oh, because that was the thing I was wondering, like, they're gonna find that pearl, and boy, did they find a pearl of pearls right there. God, that'd make a big ass giant lightsaber there. Let me tell you. But that kind of stuff. I mean, the dent on. I mean, even the dent on Boba Fett's helmet. I was looking for that. Like, I was looking for every minute detail, and every time I looked, it was like, God damn it, they nailed it again.
Everything. They get everything right. It's unbelievable. I mean, I was like thinking to myself, like, these guys, like, there's no way they know this much, but they do. It's and they should. I mean, this is the way it should be. Everything Star Wars should be like this. Like the movies, especially, should be like this. It just breaks my heart. I mean, I'm happy for it. Don't get me wrong, but it breaks my heart to see that this kind of attention to detail is being done on this show. And we couldn't get that in the trilogy. But anyway, I'm not going to dive into that because that could be forever. So what I'm saying is I just love it. And I'm so glad that we got this show. And it seems like it's going to be a hit. Honestly, I think that...
It's already a hit. It's a huge, giant hit. I mean, I was looking at some numbers. I think the merchandise from Baby Yoda, they've made like over $1 billion already. Just on Baby Yoda merchandise, the child. I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, they've hit a gold mine here with this show because one... the show is phenomenal, and two, the characters that they're introducing are such phenomenally good characters. I mean, we're invested in Mando. We're invested in the child. We want to know what happens to these characters because their stories and their background are just so goddamn good. It's really phenomenal. It's amazing storytelling as far as I'm concerned.
It's so
Well,
good.
one of the other things that they had that I definitely noticed was R5D4. R5D4, which is the same one that was back in 1977 that Luke was going to buy, but then he blew up whatever motor or whatever.
Yes.
That R5 was still there, and it had the scorch mark where the same spot where that little part blew up.
That's funny.
Did anybody else get it's just one thing I've loved about the Mando is in certain episodes, especially when they're on Tatooine, I got such a good old Western vibe.
Oh, for sure.
Desperado rides into town and meets up with the sheriff, and and then it just
when he goes into these villages, and he goes into these when he goes to these cantinas, and you see like all the different aliens and it's just like you realize that like there's this whole other side to Star Wars that the underground world of Star Wars that is like it's there in all the movies and there in all the mainstream content, but it's not really, it's kind of just glossed over. It's just something that exists, but they don't really dive deep into it. And this show is, I think, really created for that purpose, to kind of dive deeper into the Star Wars underworld. Obviously give us a little bit of the feels with some of the main characters, Boba Fett, bringing him back, which is amazing as well. I'm so glad that they did that. That opens up a whole can of worms now, but I'm curious how they're going to handle that. But so cool that they brought back the actual actor to play Boba Fett. This is so awesome. And it's also perfect because he's older and Boba Fett would be older too, right? Plus, with the prosthetics, they could make him look like he's scarred from sitting in the Sarlacc for I don't know, whenever they tell us whatever story, we have to hear to find out how he escaped the Sarlacc pit, we'll find out.
I just know that eventually when we get, and you probably know it's not going to be till later in the season, I'm going to take a stab in the dark of this, that when we get Ahsoka and Sabine, I'm going to shit myself.
I'm going to shit myself. 100%. I'm going to shit myself. Agreed. I can't even imagine what that's going to be like, and that'll be Ahsoka coming to life in real live action Star Wars is a tremendous thing, and that leaves the door open for a lot of things. You know what I mean? So
it's amazing to see how far that character has come since she was first introduced in the Clone Wars movie, where everybody despised her. And now she's one of the most beloved characters in the Star Wars universe. Just.
So, Maurice, what did you think about the first episode?
Well, I thought it was kind of interesting. They left season 1 with that huge cliffhanger with Gideon and the Darksaber. There was really no mention at all. I mean, there really wasn't. Like they're just like, let's just put this aside. Let's add a new plot twist. Here's Boba Fett. We're just going to completely ignore the huge cliffhanger that we left you guys with. Like I found that interesting.
They don't know he's still alive.
No, they thought he died.
That's what I'm saying. There's I don't know. So that would be interesting to see in the future, like how they tie everything together. I'm looking forward to that. Like we were talking before the stream. I like the Mandalorian. It's very entertaining, but I'm not as huge a fan of it as others. I found some of the episodes to be kind of boring, and this one they definitely came out of the gate swinging. So I mean, I'm a little more excited this season. I watched it, season 1, and I liked it. It just a couple of the episodes, it's like, just not really much happened. But I understand the need to develop these brand new characters.
Well, everything on the show is whenever it's a show that has you're talking now. So like in comparison to like a movie, for example, there's how long is each episode of the Mando? An hour.
Well,
So
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been about an hour so far.
So
For the second season, yeah.
So I mean, you're talking, you're talking, several hours. You're talking way more than a movie's worth of content. So they have to build up the character development, and they're trying to get us to love a whole bunch of new Star Wars characters. So I get it. I mean, on a show, they can't have everything be like story development, like a plot development. Like it has to be character development a little bit. I get it. But I think that I think there's been a good balance of that. But I understand what you're saying a little bit. I mean, there are certain episodes where you could probably not watch that episode and still get the whole story without watching that episode, right? Like maybe that episode with the bandits that they went out into space.
I'm gonna say right now, and Avinash, you know what I'm about to say. They start tying season 1 into season 2 already, and I'm not gonna say anything else. Abby knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about season 2, but it's gonna start tying in together, and so it's important that you've seen season 1 so you know when things happen in the next episode why this shit's happening. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, because I mean, listen, bear in mind that Dave Filoni is really good at this. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time. So I mean, there are stuff that you watch in like the Clone Wars and stuff that you watch in Rebels that when you first see it, you're like, why did I even watch this episode? And then a season later, it comes full circle, and you're like, oh, remember the space whales, right? Remember the space whales? You're like, why space whales? And then of course, it all comes full circle in the final episode of Rebels. That these are the things that they literally show you Ezra talking to animals and being able to hone animals with the Force, and then they show you the space whales, all leading up to this being something that's going to happen in the final episode. So he always has a reason behind what he's doing at all times. You know what I'm saying? So he's a pretty deep thinker, and I also feel like if anybody was going to put the vision on screen that George Lucas would have wanted to see, I feel like Filoni would do that, at least as close as possible, right? With maybe a little bit more of a modern twist on it, because he's not, he's a little bit more up to speed with what's going on. You know what I mean? But Filoni's very good, and I'm really excited to see which way they take the show. I think there's endless things that they could do in this time period. I mean, you have lots going on right now in the Star Wars universe during this time. You have Boba, you've got the remnants of the Empire. You've got Vader out there with the Inquisitors. You've got. Do you think we'll ever see Vader on the show?
Vader and the Inquisitors at the time are gone.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different time period. This is after the Empire. Yeah. So what you have?
This is this is 6 years, 7 years after roughly Return of the Jedi, and it's roughly 10, 12 years before we start getting to the stuff. I think, if I'm doing my timeline correctly, before the stuff of Episode 7. So they've got plenty of time and plenty of years that they can work with different characters. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, Jedi Luke could be on the show. I don't know about Jedi Luke. How old is Luke on the show? Luke would be I mean, they're on Tatooine, which is nuts, right? So I mean, like Luke is there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's you know, and
Well, I don't know if Luke's on Tatooine in this part of the timeline. Remember, we don't know where Luke was at this time. So we don't know what Luke's doing. So we'll see what they do, though. I mean, they've got lots of different ways that they can go in different directions. So, but Luke could be on the show. It would not be out of the realm of possibilities, you know, to see him be a part of some mission or something like that. So we'll see.
You're right.
They would have announced that they would have said that Mark Hamill was going to be on the show. So unless they really kept some shit secret, that were like,
well, well, question about that. Do you think if they ever put a younger version of Luke on the show, that well, I mean, this wouldn't have to be a much younger version of Luke, right? They could kind of use like that version of Luke that we saw in The Last Jedi, where he's like younger looking with a beard, you know, like the astral projection of Luke.
I just don't know if this is going to be something they're going to. I mean, Mark Hamill's too old to play a younger Luke now, and I don't think he's essential to the story, and I don't think they want to get into the Skywalker nonsense.
I was just going to say the Skywalker saga in every which way is done.
Yeah, there's literally they could only, if they threw Luke in, it would only be for fan service. There's no way to progress the story there. I agree.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm very excited about the first episode. I think that it was fantastic. It really started off on a high note, and I know that shows typically are supposed to do that, but man, I mean, they really came out of the gate swinging, and I'm very glad to see that. I was hoping that they were going to be coming out big with the first episode. Haven't seen episode 2 yet. I'm going to be watching that maybe tonight, but definitely before next week. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I kind of wanted to do a video like in segments eventually. I don't know about doing another maybe. I don't know about a live show, but I mean, I definitely want to do a live show discussing later, like maybe like halfway through the season, and then at the end of the season. But I definitely wanted to do like a review episode. Maybe like a video that we do like halfway through, like halfway through the season, like episode 5. Are there 8 episodes or 10 episodes in the season?
There was 8 last season.
Right. So like maybe
I'll check real quick.
Maybe after like episode 4, we'll do like a halfway through the season recap, and then at the end of the season, I'll do like a full review of season 2. You know. I didn't really do a review of season 1. I wanted to, but I only seem to review the movies. Will we see a Jedi this season in The Mandalorian? I mean, if you count Ahsoka as a Jedi, yes. What's going on, guys? Let's go. So let me say what's up to everybody in the chat here. DSP. What's going on, Masta? What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Ouchie? What's going on, NR Wilson? Jiri, what's up? Kyle Katarn, Mike Yench, what's going on? You said you got your bigs to Gear 13. I'm sorry for you. I apologize. Thane, what's up? I think that's
8.
it.
So there'll be 8 episodes this year, but they're each an hour long, so that's a lot of material. Last episode comes out on December 18th.
Last episode, okay. What's up, Blaze? Ahsoka is no Jedi. You're right. She was a Jedi. So I mean, like, if you're talking about like the force wielding, lightsaber wielding, fighter, I think we will see that on the show at some point. Probably Ahsoka. But I think Ranger's right. I think we'll see Sabine, probably Bo-Katan. We have to find out what happened to the Darksaber. There's no way they're going to bring the Darksaber into this show, have this guy that we've never seen before wield the Darksaber, and not explain to us at some point, knowing that we saw that saber last with Sabine and Bo-Katan, not explain how he got the Darksaber. Like, they're going to explain that at some point. It's going to happen. And Filoni is one of the writers for the show. There's no way he's not going to flesh that out, right? So we'll see. Boba Fett. What? What did you say?
I said Dave Filoni do what he wants.
Dave Filoni does what he wants. Dave Filoni, Boba Fett too. Boba Fett, you know, I'm it's really interesting, you know, because it seems like Filoni is like infamous for bringing back these characters, right? Like he brought back Darth Maul from the dead, and now he's bringing back Boba Fett from the dead, which is everything that we want. But it's interesting that he's the one that's bringing back all these like iconic characters. You know, they have some faith in him to let him do that. Like, you know, that's not something that anybody can just do. You know, I mean, they wouldn't just let somebody bring back Boba Fett for like a Star Wars cartoon or whatever. Like, you know, it's something that Filoni.
Well, at least it's not in some stupid dorky way like other movies will, you know, or TV shows or something will bring back somebody who died. A lot of times they just come up with some stupid thing that they did. So it's nice that it's got a story behind it.
He gets a lot of creative freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like he was able to create the world between worlds and Rebels. I mean, that is, you know, that is controversial content, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I love it, but not everybody is going to be down with the fact that there's like the ability to literally change history in Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? By going back in time. So that's a, you know, the fact that they let him do that shows confidence in his ability. I mean, so I think eventually he's going to be in charge of the movies and all the shows and things. I think he'll be doing what Kathleen Kennedy is doing. He'll be the Kevin Feige of Star Wars at some point, I think.
Well, we can only hope.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk a little Galaxy of Heroes. I'm glad that we were able to talk to Mando, but let's talk a little bit about the game. So now that you guys have had the ability to try out Queel, what do you guys think?
Well, I think, and I'll let Maurice back. I think they're both. Here's what I think. I think their kits are good. And I wasn't going to well on them because they're kind of that Kara factor for me. Their kits are really good and the characters look great and everything. I'm like, I'm not spending $300 on this. Then they pulled a fastball on us and lowered the prices to get these characters. I was like, well, goddamn. Well, I'll have to rethink my strategy here on this one. I was shocked. That was more shocking than anything. I think they're both solid kits. I think they're fine. I think they're cool. But the change of the pack prices in the drop rates just completely threw me off. Completely threw me the F off. I did not expect that.
So there's a change to the drop rates?
Yeah, you no longer get 5s and 7s. You get 10s or higher.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No.
talk about it, good old Maurice.
Yeah, I got. I think I spent vaults, 1,500 crystals, and then the 999 pack. I'll need the final events, and it'll be 7-star. In hindsight, I really didn't do that because it sounds like they're going to do like a galactic chase sort of event for these characters in that forum post.
Well, you got Quill from the first 3 tiers of the Galactic Challenges, which was amazing. So you can get them unlocked to 2 stars, I believe, 3 stars? No, 2 stars. 2 stars.
Yeah.
So if you get the 999 pack, and then next week you should be able to get them the 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, and granted, I had incredible luck. I got a 50 followed up by an 80, but I feel like you could. I don't want to mislead people, right? But I feel like Heinze, that night we did it with him, he had awful luck, and he still got his completely 7-star for less than 2 vaults. Yeah, I mean, he got pretty far too.
Well, he went to, I think he's 14,000 something crystals, and he pretty much had it 7-star. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, so I would feel comfortable saying that with the Galactic Chase like event, 2 events, and the 999 pack, you could get out the 7-star character for about $100.
What?
Which is unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Assuming that the Galactic Chase events, the thing they said in the forums, they're kind of vague on what they're doing, but in limited time drop rates and Cantina, like an additional, I'm not 100% sure what they meant by that. Feels like a Galactic Chase sort of thing. But the kicker is going to be, we see the Mando packs and the Grief packs and the Cara Dune packs. Like, you're going to need all 5 of these, I feel, relatively quickly.
And they did add them to the weekly shipment. You got Piet and Cara Dune and I think Piet's pack was still there. I can't remember, but you can get them closer to being. I am going to get Cara Dune to 6 stars. So It's just a matter of if there is going to be an event. Of course, I have to go for it, but I've got time to figure that out. So, and I'm already farming car and not a rope anyway. So, fuck it.
Yeah, so I don't want to mislead people, but I'm pretty comfortable. You can get a full character probably for under $150 US.
Is this like a change going forward, or is this just for this character?
They've been doing some changes to their packs that I've really thought have been really, really good. Some of the newer packs that have come out recently, I've been very impressed with the amount that you get for the price. It's been really, really good. I mean, there's a couple that are still garbage, right? Like the not the hyperdrive bundle. What's the other one? 99 one is just garbage. Like
that
don't
other
buy
90,
that.
yeah, that one that has like the 5,000 crystals. That's
It's just garbage. Don't buy that ever. But like some of the gear packs, the right side pieces, there's ones for certain characters too when you're trying to go for some of these Galactic Legends that have those right side pieces and hard to get pieces for reasonable prices. I mean, it's been goddamn shocking. I don't know what the hell's going on with Capital Games.
To my knowledge, I didn't really see them announce that either. Like,
no,
sort of
they just
changed,
did it.
which was surprising.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, they're cheaper now.
Yeah. Well, it makes it kind of nice because honestly, it's not just cheaper, but people are going to have a tendency to buy more. If you have something in, say, the $100 range all the time, a lot of people can't afford it or aren't going to buy it. But if you drop the prices or you add something to it that's just like unbelievably great, you're going to get more purchases for it. You're going to get, people want more bang for the buck.
We're still talking about make-believe characters, like make-believe currency. So, I mean, yes, it's nice they lowered the price, but you're still paying, over $100 for a virtual character. It's still...
Well, it's if you get enjoyment from it, right?
I lose everyone.
And that's the thing. The value is the enjoyment, right?
Can you hear us, Abby?
Abby?
Oh, did anybody hear what I said?
Yeah, we heard everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because all of a sudden you guys just went completely blank, and I'm like, okay.
No, we heard you.
Oh, okay.
56K modem you're on. You need to upgrade that shit.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I mean the value is the enjoyment, right? Now I'm still holding out that, and I said this on Cubs. I did a video with him like 2 weeks ago, that I thought that if, from the rumors I've been hearing, that we're going to get a raid for the 5-year anniversary. If they do that, they have completely changed. 2020 is going to be a pretty goddamn good year for Capital Games. And if you think about it, they started off in such a shitstorm fashion. The first two, the Galactic Legends. Oh, God. So many things, right? Then we could talk about how bad that was, right? Then they went to silence. We started seeing the Mando stuff come on. And we're like, okay, that's good, right? That's really good characters. And then we got the announcement for Unity. Then we got the Luke event, Jedi Luke event, which was phenomenal. Then we got the Vader changes. Then we got 3 Baka. We got Mon Mothma. We got Piet, who are all ridiculously good characters. And Quill and IG are pretty solid too. And so you just started looking at this, and I'm like, God, dog, and then they, and the thing that really struck me in like the different tone shift that we're seeing from CG is, we've all been there. If you've been playing this game since day one, you have seen where they have launched shit and not said a goddamn thing and didn't even try to make changes, right? We have seen that in raids and other stuff that they've done before. And now they completely flipped the script on that, where not only was Galactic Challenges bad when it first came out, it was pretty bad, but they've changed it. They've been listening. They've made changes to it that it's worth it now. I mean, the only thing that they need to do to keep to their word is to make it where it's every couple of days, right? They just haven't. But they talked about why that wasn't happening, so it's not like we're in the lurch wondering why is this happening like we would before. So, yeah. So I mean, it's I don't know what you can reference this to, because last year was, oh boy, last year was last year, but I mean this year started off so bad, but then the way that the whole thing is flipped, where I'm shocked. I really am. The changes to the pricing of the packs, the way they're introducing characters, that we do need more content. That's the biggest thing. But I'm hopeful with the Unity update that we are going to get raids and some other stuff that's coming in. and at least they're trying. They did make the attempt with Galactic Challenges. So there's a little bit more work to do on it, but at least they're trying. They're communicating. They're letting us know about this shit. And I gotta say, I'm digging it. I really am. You guys know I'm the biggest F-bomb dropper of all time on CG, but I haven't ranted on them in a while, man. I mean, a while. Yeah, that's shocking.
I agree. They have been very good. And this really would change things. If this is like the going rate now for a character, it's even cheaper than back in the day when it was cheap. You know what I mean? So that's pretty good. I mean, if you can get a 7-star character for $100-$150, that is sweet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're talking legit, like, now, if you really like a character, I would still think twice about spending $150 on a digital character now. But I mean, at the end of the day, if it's a character that I really like, that I really want, I mean, that makes my situation a lot more approachable. Like, I'm not thinking, okay, now I have to spend $400. There's probably going to be another character that I have to spend $300-$400 on too, because they only work together. And it's a lot. It's much different of a proposition like this. And wow, that's very cool, and that's good news for the game in general, because I mean, listen, it opens the door for a different type of whale. Okay, I used to be a blue whale, right? Somebody who spent a lot of money, but there is another level above that, Kraken, right? That just spends an insane amount of money. Like, you cannot keep up with a Kraken. Even if you spend money, you don't spend money like these guys, right? And I was in that ballpark. And then there's dolphins, and then there's free to play, obviously, right? And what I'm saying is, like you can't be a dolphin and buy characters. Like, they basically jack the prices up to where if you were somebody that periodically would spend because you had like a cool character, like a Nihilus came out, or somebody who was a really cool marquee, you were tempted to spend the money on them. Not after they raised the prices. After that Citadel pack with Death Trooper and Krennic, their prices just went up. You know what I mean? And from then, it just became, they basically priced me out of ever considering spending money on a character again. If this continues to be the case, and I'm not going to do that for Queel, because I don't really care about Queel that much. But if there's a cooler character, or if I find out that the character that you chase after to get Queel is worth it, then I may consider spending the $100 to get him done. So,
I don't regret. Go ahead, good Maurice.
I kind of regret it, just because I was so antsy. If these Cantina events are coming out like next week or the week after, I mean, you could gauge how many packs you need to buy by how many shards you farmed, right? I probably could have saved for at least 3 or 4 marquee packs, like at least, right? I could, the Galactic chases. Now, granted, I usually go up through the hundreds, refreshing on those. I probably could have got, 4-star character, 5-star character, maybe, if I got lucky with some drops, but I could have saved some crystals. But and that's what I would advise doing. Like, you got 30, the packs are in there for 30 days. Granted, I just wanted to get them to 5-star because in that interview they alluded to that we're gonna need them. So I was gonna open up some packs. I just started over on Twitch, so I just open some packs just for something to cover, because it does get difficult to stream every day and keep it compelling. So I just had something different to do, and lo and behold, I got him. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll wait till after everything's said and done. Then I'll.
With IG-11, yeah, I will definitely wait until like.
Wait to see what where you're going to drop, that kind of stuff, I mean, and Car, I'm just picking up from the shard store, farming the regularly, and then I'll get some crystals and pick up her 30 shards from the weekly shipment. Same thing with Piet. Hell, I have Piet almost done at this rate. Jesus. So yeah, just good changes, man. I don't know what else to say, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I hope that that's the permanent price, because I feel like Maurice may be onto something with the fact that maybe they're making these characters a little bit cheaper because they're going to have a quick turnaround on the whatever event they're going to do. Because if they're making this a big month, then I'm thinking maybe they have a legendary character, maybe it's Moff Gideon, and maybe it's Moff Gideon with the Darksaber, and then maybe they drop a raid like you're saying too. That would be a huge month. They drop a raid and a legendary character in the same month. I mean, wow.
We'll make it a huge year. I mean, it
Yeah.
would be the most ridiculous year we've ever seen in Galaxy of Heroes.
Yes, it would be. I mean, it would be. I mean,
If you think about it, 4 Galactic Legends, the marquees, which have been phenomenal. I mean, Mando and Grief are ridiculous. 3 Baka's ridiculous. Admiral Priet's a goddamn. I can't wait to gear his ass up.
Oh my God, he is so good.
But I'm sticking to my plan, right? I just got, Jedi Master Luke, and I'm sticking to my plan. There's 4 characters that I'm taking to, or there was 5. I already took Jolie up. But Watt, Shakti, Padme, Asajj. They're all going to Relic because I want to round out my teams. Then I'm going to start working for the big push for Palpatine. But if you think about that too, and even the changes they did for the Galactic Legends, I mean, those things were easy as hell to get, and they were fun to get. I enjoyed that tremendously. I mean, that was fun. That was super fun. They did such a good job of like. Just like they did with the Jedi and the Luke event, of just the cinematics and taking you back into Star Wars, and it's just smart, man. God damn it, just smart.
Yeah, just the way they changed the energy for the tokens, and they actually made the events. Like, I haven't done the Emperor one, but the Luke one was super easy. Like, it's super easy.
And
it's
fun. It's cinematic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's the way if you go through the trouble of getting these characters, putting the relics on them, like, there shouldn't be a case where you lose, 70 tokens because the event's so hard you lost RNG. Like, I can understand maybe for a legendary event.
And I did. I did. But that's because I was guinea pigging. I didn't understand how when I was doing the throne room scene with Luke and Vader and Palpatine. But once I got it, I was like, great. So I mean, but because I remember when I first went in, I'm like, okay, let me just do, and I'm dead. What the hell just happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. So, but I didn't mind because getting the tickets wasn't that bad. I mean, it really wasn't. It was not like with Rey and Kylo. Not only were getting the tickets ridiculously hard, but
I like the fact that you can get the tickets from any node and not have long with that.
I got so many chirotechs just farming those over and over in the tickets. Oh,
see, I found that I did not get any more tickets than I did when it was set previously for the Rey and Kylo.
I can give you my. The rate of drop for when I did the 20s for the chirotechs was on average between 12 and 15. So for every 20 pulls, I got between 12 and 15 on average. Sometimes I get 17, sometimes I get like 9 or 10, but on average though, I did the averages like right in between there each time. So and I got tickets fast. So I mean, the time it took me to do Luke in half the time it took me to get my first one, which was Rey. By far easier, much easier. Getting his ultimate, much easier. It just they listened. They got rid of paper, rock, scissors. They made the event fun. The Luke and Palpatine cinematic. You go for the ultimates. Just phenomenal, man. It's just really cool.
I mean, they literally dropped. You're right, though. They dropped 4 Galactic Legends. They dropped Jedi Luke. They drop a raid. They drop Galactic Challenges, and then you're really looking and saying, okay, like everybody was complaining about how Galactic Challenges maybe wasn't enough, and you have to look and think about it again and say, okay, well maybe with all that stuff it was enough. So it's very cool time in the game. I think. We finally have a lot of the things that we've been asking for years, right? You've been saying we need a Jedi Luke in the game. We got him. We needed to have some sort of a paper rock scissor or balance in the arena as far as the meta is concerned, and we have that. So there's a lot of cool things, and I'm very excited about where the game is right now in general. It's fun, because there's a way to play at all levels at this point. It's if you don't want to be a super duper whale, you can still have a good time and play. And if you do, then there's some competitive places for you to take that, and that's pretty awesome. But
there's still stuff they need to do, and I agree. Quality of life, fleet loadouts would be a good thing that Ray Rock's saying in the chat, or mod cap increase. That's something we definitely need. So hopefully we get that, sometime sooner rather than later. But there's still work to be done. There is no question about that. But for direction, I'm digging it.
Yeah, no complaints here, man.
So what do you? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I was just agreeing. No complaints at all.
So, when are we getting IG-11?
We got Queel the event next week. I guess it's going to be now. In the interview, they said it's going to be a little different. So I don't know if it's going to be the same event repeated. I don't know if he meant IG-11 Queel is going to be different, but we got one more week of Queel, just like this week would be the Galactic Challenge, and then next week we will have or 2 weeks from now, and 2 and 3 weeks from now we'll have IG-11. Same sort of, you get them from the first 3 tiers of the Galactic Challenge.
Okay.
So basically, we're gonna be able to get shards for Queel again over the next couple of days. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I stopped at 40 out of 100. I can get the 999 pack, and then hopefully, I'm assuming that there's going to be the same amount of shards in the second event as there was the first. It's an assumption. I don't know if that's right or not, but
imagine they reduce the drop rate for Queel because he's going to be in the Galactic War Store in a week. It's just, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't even want to joke about that, but they could totally do that. I mean, listen, that's one more question I want to ask you guys, just, before we go into the Q&A segment here. By the way, we're going to be doing our Q&A segment here in a moment, guys, so if you guys have any questions you want to ask on the stream, any topics you want to discuss, please do type them into the chat, and we'll scoop them up and discuss them here before we wrap up the show. But what do you guys think about the Galactic War Store, the Guild Store? Do you think that we'll ever see a character drop again in one of these, stores that we, where we get a straight up like a new character that we can just farm for free?
I mean, you never want to say
No.
never, but they said they were not going to. They weren't.
Yeah.
I would not in the near future expect that. So no.
I could see them perhaps adding something to like the get 1, get 2, maybe the Grand Arena store, but like the original arenas from like day 1, I don't think we're getting anything else in Arena,
Yeah.
Galactic War, Cantina. Maybe in the future, in the past they've gone through and like for the tournaments for a while they tried the ticket system where you could buy the tickets for ally points. Maybe we'll see something like that again for some other sort of event. I don't know, but in terms of characters, I doubt it.
You remember that when we were loading up on ally points for tournaments? Oh man. Oh yeah.
I think I had like 3 million allied points at that point.
I love tournaments.
I've still got 2 million allied points, I think, right now. So, I mean, just save it. Because they said, listen, you guys can safely spend your allied points, and I'm like, yeah, right. That's a trick. Saving these ally points, okay? But honestly, if the deals in the store were a little better, I'd probably use them here. But let me just go to what they have now and show you what I mean. They were at first, like when they first started giving you the ability to use your ally points in the store, they were good deals. Like you were able to get like here for 25K for the 6. I mean, this is okay, I guess. But 5 purple mats for 25K ally points. I'm keeping my ally points. Okay, I don't need that.
For you old players, go ahead.
I was going to say, when they first came out with spending your ally points, they had a lot of good stuff that was in there.
Yeah, sometimes they did, sometimes they don't.
When they first started out, they did. And then they narrowed it, and then they narrowed it, and then they narrowed it, and now it's just like one little thing that might be good.
I don't mind. For me, I've got so many. Yeah, for me, I just don't think about it. It's like, hey, 5 card checks for 25K. Give it to me. Okay.
Well,
good.
25K is actually a lot. You'd be surprised how quickly you can run through 2 million ally points with 25K purchases every so often. But I mean, what I'm saying is that, like, I understand what you're saying. I mean, if you're not gonna, it does more good for you to get the gear than not to get the gear. I totally get your perspective, Ranger. What I'm saying, however, is that it's just not, like, the value isn't really there, and because it used to be, and I just feel like it's the same thing like they've done with some of these packs. Like, they first got us into the idea of spending the ally tokens, and then literally every time I saw something available to purchase in that store with ally tokens, I just automatically go buy it, right? Because it was always a good deal. And then Maurice, I think we had a discussion about this like a year ago. After a while, I started realizing, like, I'm buying these horrible deals. Like, I was spending like 100K ally tokens for like 5 purple mats, and I'm like, I one day I looked at it and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, this is a ripoff. They pulled a bait and switch on us. Like, so you just click on it. You don't think about it, and then eventually, one day you go look and it's like, they're ripping you off. I mean,
I still actually pull bronziums. I probably pull 20 to 30 bronziums a day, just periodically throughout the day. Just, I mean,
Shark currency.
Well, shard shop currency, and I'm really starting to get low on the very first.
Oh yeah, that's salvage shit.
Like,
yeah.
I have lots of stuff for it, but a lot of that stuff you need for the higher up stuff to craft other pieces. So I got to be real careful. There's some great spreadsheets out there. Like, this is safe to use. This is not. You want to save this component, use this component. And out of all the stuff that's got like the thumbs up on it, I'm almost out of. Like the Jedi Master Luke, when you're farming for those tickets, I'll hit that node that gives you like 2 or 3 of the white pieces a piece, just for components, just for the relic salvage, because I'm having a hard time keeping up with the first pieces, like the first stuff, the very level 1 stuff. I got to be real careful. I got to be real choosy with who I relic now. I can't be just throwing relic 1 and 2 on people anymore. Just I gotta be a little more choosy. So I made a kind of a mistake there with my account. Yeah, it's great to have these characters under my top 80. They don't affect their matchmaking. That's great, but now I've kind of put myself in a pickle when it comes to relicing up somebody really high, because I have to sit here and struggle for the level 1 stuff now. So that was kind of a mistake I made in the past that I won't be doing anymore. But
I'm glad that I was a lot more careful, because some of those gears I had tens of thousands of. And so I just figured, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. So I'm pretty careful about what I relic. So I'm pretty lucky in that aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, now another question I have for you guys is this get currency, right?
Oh, I thought you only had one, you lying son of a bitch.
I am a liar. Okay, I am a bad, terrible person. All right, but I do have another question, and this one is about get currency. Do you think that there's any reason to save this get 2 currency once you have a 7-star negotiator or malevolence?
No.
No, not at this point. Honestly, you never know, because CG has said, oh no, we're not going to put anything in those stores ever again, and then they did. And so people were kind of scrambling with the get 1s and get 2s and going, oh my God, we weren't told this, and now we have to actually save and earn our way through. So I usually keep about 60K in each of those. Anything above that, then I go ahead and spend. But that's just me.
Yeah, that's good to keep a buffer, but I mean, if you're not in the position to get a buffer, it is so hard to not use, once you get the characters and the ships done, right, to not use that, especially for those right side, pieces that you need to take someone up relic. To get 1 still is the best place, period, to get stun guns, and the purple mats that you need for the other pieces on the right and left side, for relic. So it's hard to hoard, especially if you're working on Galactic Legends shit.
Exactly,
it's ridiculous to try to hoard, because even though you can get stuff out of the shard store and other places, it's not the same as what you get from that get 1 and get 2. Priority is still the characters, and the ships. I mean, you want Malevolence, you want Kenobi, you want, Herb Yoda and Womp for Jedi Luke. I mean, and plus they're really good characters. I mean, Malik and Gas speak for themselves. So, so you want to do that first, but once you're done, I mean, if you think about it, you do Gas, you do Malik, you do all that stuff. Now you're getting to the big boy league where you got these Galactic Legends and they all take 12, 15 characters at Relic. You bet your ass you're going to be spending on you get when you get to try to get those characters up. I mean, it's insane to hold on to something.
You kind of
You're
have
just
to.
putting yourself behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of have to. Yeah, no, I agree with Ranger. Like, you're really handicapping yourself and prolonging your farming and gearing of these, galactic legends if you don't use your get currency to get some of that gear. Because that's, like, you could farm that stuff, but I mean, like, literally, you could do 3
Drop rate's
refreshes.
awful.
Yeah, you could do
Drop
3
rate's
refreshes,
awful.
get like 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally get 5 after 3. Sometimes you get nothing. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, like, you literally just spent 3 refreshes today, and you made dick progress. So it's like, then you can just go to the get store and buy 8 of them for whatever the currency is. It's the way to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do some questions here before we wrap up the stream. I know I saw one from Andrew and Maurice. Did you see any from earlier?
Here's one from like the very, very beginning of the screen. Michael Yintich. What do you think of the new character in the game, Queel? What do you guys think about Queel?
No, we kind of discussed that.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I think that he is a luxury piece for you newer players, lower GP. Unless obviously you want to go after the new legendary, perhaps. But like, if you don't really, especially if you're free to play, don't go nuts on them because they're toys. Like, they're not going to beat a Galactic Legend. They're not probably going to beat anything super meta. They're a nice complement to existing characters for high GP players. Like, just setting any sort of legendary event aside, I think you really got to hold judgment on Queel until we get IG-11 and see how they interact. It's cool to theory craft and speculate what we know on paper, but until you actually see them together and which team they really go with, how they interact with the other droids, how they interact with the scoundrels, I think once IG-11 comes out, I'll be pretty comfortable answering it because I'm going to go pretty hard on those guys. I like the kits, but lots of healing. Should be relatively good for like Grand Arena offense for good banners. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be a great team, but like the nuke teams, maybe some bounty hunter teams. Your standard kind of B-ish teams. I think these two will really, really help. Like get you good max banners, 60 banners, 54 banners. I think they're going to be good for that. So I guess that's a little value for you Grand Arena players. I don't think they're going to be very useful under-geared or under-starred like we've seen with Piet, with Chupio, with Mon Mothma. I think because they boost so many, like they're stat boosting characters, and you need big stats to get big boosts. I just don't think they're going to really benefit you much at 3-star. So just sit on them unless you're going for the legendary, whatever hero journey, whatever they come out with, sort of event. I'm excited, but my GP 7 million, so I mean, I could use these characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Ask again in 2 weeks. Ask that question in 2 weeks when we have IG-11 in our hand, and I'll be able to answer.
That would be a good opportunity for us to talk about it a little bit more. Yeah.
Utilize these galactic challenges, guys. I mean, yes, go in there, beat them, get all your feats and stuff, but really use these as your testing grounds for teams. Like Queel and IG-11, you really test them, throw them in their mission Salbar, throw them in their BB-8 and Chopper. Like, just make up all sorts of goofy teams. You can test stuff there instead of losing, a match for your guild in TW or in Grand Arena. It's a good testing ground. This last one was pretty good. It didn't have too goofy of modifiers.
I had so much fun using Luke to beat the shit out of Kylo Ren team with the Doc and Zombie. I'm like, oh, you're gonna pull that shit, huh? Let me introduce you to Luke.
I had a doozy today, boy. I think I'm gonna pull it off, but it's sloppy. Neither one of us cleared. It's gonna be a sloppy one.
My guy went hard on defense, so it'll be fun tomorrow. I don't know what he's not gonna be. I don't know how he's gonna clear me, but I have enough to clear him. Maybe full clear, but it's going to be tough because he put everything on defense. Like, god damn. Like, did you just not want to clear me or something? I mean, what the hell is this shit?
What's your GP now, guys?
7.2.
6.35.
7.7 and 7.6.
You guys are insane. Jesus Christ.
No, we just play.
Yeah.
We play, yeah.
7.2 that's pretty serious, dude. So what's the highest GP in the game right now? Is it 8 million?
It's over 8 million.
8 million to 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet with all 4 Galactic Legends, someone's getting close if they haven't already hit 9.
Yeah, I'm sure it hit 9. Yeah.
Pretty sure Mole Pills is like 8.6 for my stream. Pretty sure he's like, I think that's what he said. So that's nuts.
8.2 mil. Ray Rock says that's insane. Yeah, buzzer beater. I got it done, Kyle. You're right. All right. So that's the question about Queel. So let me just look here. I didn't see many questions. But question for
there weren't really any questions during the. Tate says, question for Ranger. Please don't forget to farm tenacity.
I already called him a dick. Okay. He already knows goddamn well that I did it already, so shut up.
Let's not forget that they increase model levels. Okay, yeah. So another one is a question for Gom. What did Bill Burr say when CG said that they weren't planning on bringing Mayfield to the game? Hint, hint. It was his favorite Ben Affleck movie.
Mallrats? I don't know. I don't get the
It's
joke.
funny that when you think of Ben Affleck, you think of Mallrats.
He would write the Mallrats.
I don't know. I don't understand the question, man. I'm sorry.
Ben Affleck, Mallrats. He was like basically like a cameo in Mallrats. You know, but that's.
He was in all those movies. He was in all Kevin Smith's movies.
Yeah. Dogma, all of them. Yeah.
That's Andrew Kopta. Then we have a question from Abner. He says, any thoughts on CG's mention of changing of the in-game economy? That's an interesting one, too.
That's a loaded question.
I think we've kind of seen maybe the beginning of this with the pack prices.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this on, several different shows I've been on. We've all all of us have played this game a really long time. So we're all cautiously optimistic for the most part. Like okay, they're giving us a bone. What are they going to take away, or what are they going to do? Like, okay, the characters are cheaper. So what does that mean they're going to monetize next? Like, is there going to be a new monetization aspect of it? So I don't mean to be pessimistic. We've just seen this time and time again. Give us a little, then take a whole lot. So it's we'll see. But I think we've already started seeing it. If this is how they release characters, whether it be Marquee or GC, I'm a big fan of that. So
yeah.
9.3 million is the highest GP at the moment. That's insane.
Well, there you go.
I
prefer a house.
As far as I prefer a home. Yes, I mean that's insane.
I like food.
So yeah, as far as the in-game economy, I think that's kind of like I think Maurice hit it on the head. It's it's going to be gradual stuff. I do think that they will also they'll also probably change maybe some currency related. You know what I mean? So maybe they'll start to trim down on some of these currencies that we have, like maybe for example the ally tokens and things like that. I mean, that was like really like an early game currency that was created for you to be using allies. You know what I'm saying? Like that was literally like when, I mean, do people still, I mean, I guess early game players still have to use allies, right? I mean, to beat that content, right?
We can.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I remember the Shore Trooper node. Because I had Jin.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Jin was a tournament. No one really had Jin. And I was Mr. Popularity for about a month when everyone needed Jin to beat the Shore Trooper node. But I imagine it's helpful, because that Imbo is no joke. I remember that was super difficult in terms of like PvE, like regular nodes. That one was a bitch. I don't know. I still use it from time to time. If I meet like a newer player or like a lower GP, they're asking me questions. I've been like, send me an ally code and I'll throw him in Cantina, throw him in whatever, and let him practice, use him, see what he's all about.
It's very cool.
That's still, yeah.
I mean, that was a thing that we did back. I remember on the old Lord Skunk show, we used to give out ally codes to like whales, like so that they could try out like General Grievous and characters like that at the time that were kind of unattainable.
Yeah, Lord Skunk give his out and let everybody use his shitty Ayla.
Jesus Christ, yeah, nobody needed his ally code. But I mean, but you know, there were some cool guys that came out. You know, like I said, some cool characters that were out that nobody really had at the time. Like people would want to borrow their Rex. Also, there was a real desire to borrow Daka and Darkside healers at the time because there weren't many. So for the Darkside nodes, getting a Darkside healer was awesome. You know.
Oh yeah, I remember those days where it's like, hey, can you put so and so on your list so I can, you know, call them in to help out with some of these nodes? Yeah.
Yeah. Stranger Things season 4 teaser trailer 2021. It's out already? Well, I mean, I'm going to go check that out immediately after the show. Thank you very much for that. My Supreme Leader Kylo, I'm very close. I'm at the point where I need only Veteran Smuggler Han and First Order Officer to gear to Relic to be done. I have everything else done, so I'm farming up their pieces right now, so it should be days here. I mean, I'm really close on both of them, so we'll see. You know, as soon as I get the update on that, I'll go. I'm also kind of still gearing up General Skywalker. I'm going to put him on the back burner, though, to get Supreme Leader Kylo, so I'll finish him up after that. Color Run. Yeah, so I can't wait to see that. There's a trailer for Stranger Things. That's cool. I didn't even know they filmed that. I thought they were still waiting to film, you know, but anyway. All right, I don't think there's any more questions, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So what's going on with RSG this week?
Same old. Having a lot of different streams covering a lot of different games. We just had this past weekend, Saturday, we did, of course, the Jedi Academy, and we did my GAC. We tried to get a little cheeky. It cost me because we were being cheeky, but I don't care because I always get Kyber. I don't care. It was fun. Me and Gom were chilling. Like, let's try this Malik solo. Let's see how this works.
Oops.
But it doesn't matter. It's all for fun, right? But I'll still get Kyber. And so we did that. Then we had our D&D stream, which is really popular and people are really enjoying it, so we did that. But we'll have our normal shows this week. You know, Monday through Friday we'll do the lunch stream over on YouTube. We'll do our GACs. I'll do mine during the lunch stream during the week, and then Finn will do his sometime in the afternoon where he does his fluffy account. And then of course we'll have the longest running live stream in the community on Wednesdays, and then you know, during the week, during the night, we have fun doing different games. We have Marble Mondays and Don't Starve Together on Tuesdays, and you know, I've been doing some Baldur's Gate.
Did you see the updated Baldur's Gate that's coming out?
When?
Oh, you got it? You got the new?
I've got the new Baldur's Gate. It only goes to level 5, which really pissed me off because I'm like,
it looks
I really
awesome.
like this game. It is awesome, but you can only go to level 5, and I'm like, God damn it!
It's in like pre-beta, like they're gonna finish it up next year at some point or something like that.
I know, and I can't. That's driving me bananas. I'm like, no, I want the full product. God damn, I paid $60, bastards. I better get a blowjob out of this. This is bullshit.
The Giants did not get lucky, Ray Rock. Okay, that was all skill.
Okay, no football, Christ.
That was all talent and ability and effort. Okay. And heart and passion.
Ray Rock, you're a very bad man. You're a very bad man. We're trying to get the fuck out of here.
Wayne Gallman chugging away for 1.9 yards carry.
Don't forget to lick the stream. You know you want that. That's funny. So there's the Giants winning is them losing. That's actually pretty accurate. Thane asks, when are we going to play Among Us as a panel together?
Oh, Christ. I don't know.
We could have an Among Us panel. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
We could. It would be fun. We'll see what we can do. I mean, it's just hard for me this week because this week and next week, it's just a lot of shit's going on. It just
if you're available next Sunday, I mean, we could totally do a little Among
we'll
Us.
give it a shot. Usually, I mean, I'm barely cognizant right now. I mean, I've been out all day fucking around with that crap, and I'm just usually by the time I eat and take a shower, I literally fell asleep before the stream for about 30 minutes. I just passed out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta wake up for the stream.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let me get through this nonsense. But yeah, we can do that. That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be kind of cool.
I enjoy Among Us. I did some last week with Cubs and Morton.
My son plays it. I'm definitely down. I'm gonna be trying to. I'll definitely try it out. I'm definitely down.
It's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah. What about Operation Metaverse this week, Maurice?
Thursday nights, 10:30 p.m. we stream. I've actually kind of just unannounced, just kind of started fooling around with Twitch. Got affiliate, so thank you guys for all that came out and supported us.
Well, congrats, man.
Yeah, in the initial launch here, I've been like I said, I don't really know. I'm not super savvy on the actual hosting the stream, so I'm kind of learning as I go. So I've been keeping it kind of down low, right? I haven't been advertising, but I'm going to try to do it pretty consistently Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights around 10:30, and then kind of sporadically throughout the weekend. You know, it depends on when the Gamecocks play and what's going on. And, you know, so do come over there, check us out there. We're getting that rocking and rolling, so it's been a good time thus far. So thank you guys again for the support.
I'll put the link on Twitch for that in the description here after the stream goes live. Maurice will send it to me. And then what about obviously you guys are streaming Thursday night and
they're on YouTube. Yeah, we'll be on YouTube Thursday nights forever. Like that's where we started. That's where we'll keep it. So
awesome. And what about Boba's Alliance, Boba's podcast this week?
Yep, that'll be on Monday night around 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and that'll be on Monday nights. So it'll be recorded by Dialar, one of my alpha members.
Awesome.
So that'll be nice.
Awesome. Dialar's an alpha now. That's cool.
It's the round table.
Awesome. So if I could only have one Cobra Kai or Tiger King, it'd be Cobra Kai. I'm not a big Tiger King fan. I just had that
sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. Cobra Kai is awesome. Can't wait for season 3 coming out in January.
Oh my god!
I can't wait. It's good.
It's all good stuff. There's so much good content that comes out, and there's so much you can there's barely enough time to watch it all. It's unbelievable.
I binged that shit. Are you kidding me?
So many video games, so many good shows. I mean, it's just like, you know, you think about. I mean, I'm in the middle of like 37. I mean, PlayStation 5 is coming out this week, and I still haven't beaten half the games I have. I mean, but I'm getting a PS5 somehow. I'm gonna figure it out on launch day. I got screwed out of it by Target, so I'm gonna have to sit there on launch day at like midnight, just refreshing my my computer screen, just hoping to Christ.
Yeah, I went to GameStop about a week and a half ago. They basically laughed me out of the building when I asked if Infinity were available for pre-order. Pretty much laughed me out of there, like,
you fool, you fool.
Yeah.
See you in February.
I've tried calling Target customer service and escalating the situation for days. It's an endless, I'm never gonna get anywhere. So I mean, it's really I'm just gonna have to wait till that day and get it. My bank blocked the charge at like 3 a.m. so they canceled my pre-order. My bank thought it was fraud, like a fraud alert.
Oh no!
It's fools.
Yeah. So whatever it is, what it is. I got the game. I got Spider-Man coming. I got the notification that shipped today. So Spider-Man's coming to my house, but I can't play it. So very excited about having Spider-Man. Won't be able to play it though. So
you fool.
But I also have like the controls. So anyway, we'll see what happens. If I get a PS5,
we'll talk about when you get the goddamn thing.
If I get it, you guys will know next week.
Okay.
But I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. We're looking forward to the next one. Maybe we'll do some Among Us. That's actually a good idea. You know, maybe we can try a little bit of a different game on the stream next week. That'd be kind of cool. For a few minutes, maybe we'll do like a portion of it Star Wars, and then we'll play some Among Us together. I've never played the game.
Among Us is not a game you just do for a few minutes.
Okay,
you'll see what I mean.
Okay, Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm not getting Assassin's Creed. I'm not an Assassin's Creed guy. I don't know what the story is for Assassin's Creed, but I'm getting Demon Souls, Spider-Man, and I'm getting...
oh, they made another Demon Souls?
Yeah. They remade Demon Souls for PS5. It's sick. It's sick.
Oh, I've still got the original.
Yeah, they remade it.
Yeah, that's what started it all. That game. Hours and hours and hours of life, multiple broken controllers. I think I've headbutted a window one time. It's just.
I'm getting a I'm getting the Sackboy game from the Little Big Planet series to play with my son, and that's pretty much it. I pre-ordered 3 games, so. Yes, the OG PS4 has the Spidey, but there's a new Miles Morales. That's the one I have coming. Yeah, I already have the original Spidey. But yeah, no, I appreciate everybody hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys on the next one. May the force be with you guys. Have a great night. Thank you everybody so much for being so active tonight in the chat. It was a lot of fun. It was a great show. I had a lot of laughs. All right, good night, everybody.